So I saw Nosferatu this past Thursday. I was really excited for this movie. I'm always looking for a good vampire movie. The trailers have been great. It's directed by the guy who did Northman, which I love that movie. So I was really excited for this movie. I thought this movie was great. The only negative I had, like the only I would say major negative I had was like they didn't reveal what he looks like in the trailers, what they want to go for look wise. Like I haven't seen the original Nosferatu movie, but I know what the classic design looks like. And I'm gonna say this: this is the one element movie that didn't work for me. Like they were going for like a erotic corpse nobleman look, and I can maybe see how in concept that could look kind of cool, but the way it looks in the movie, he looks like a goblin, and he has like a mustache that looks kind of a little goofy. And so this is the one element of the movie that just didn't really work for me. Like I can respect them wanting to not go for the classic look, and I totally get that. You know, do your own version. You don't want to do like a cardboard copy of how the Nosferatu 2 looks in the original movie. Like that's I can understand. I can respect the idea and concept of going for a different look and going for like a erotic corpse nobleman look. Like I said, I think that could have been cool in concept. But the execution for me is the one element where I was just like, yeah, it didn't affect the quality of the movie for me. But it is one element of the movie where I was like, with the look they went through, the goblin look with the erotic corpse thing, it just didn't work for me in this movie. But everything else I thought was great. I think production wise, this movie is fantastic. Cinematography, I think, is fantastic. It's a very well shot movie. Acting wise, performances are all fantastic in this movie. I think Bill Skarsgård, even though I don't really like the look of the character, I think he delivers a great performance when it comes to the voice and just his acting. Like he does a great job of really feeling like you don't see him in this movie. Like you can tell he really dived deep in this character with the voice and with the acting, where you just go like, yeah, I don't even recognize that Bill Skarsgård, which is, that's always great to an actor. If you can like look at the movie, and go like, yeah, you don't see the actor anymore, and he just does a fantastic job. Like he comes off creepy, he comes off very interesting in the character, and he just does a great performance. And I think everybody else is fantastic in this also. I think Nicholas Holt does a great job in this. And I like how there's a little bit of darkness for this character with the deal he makes with Noah Satu when he goes to the castle. But I think he's great in this. Like Nicholas Holt to me is just one of the best actors. Like I've yet to see a movie where I thought he was bad in. This is why I think he's gonna make a great Les Souza, because I think he's a fantastic actor. And the fact you see a little bit of darkness in his character in this movie. But he's fantastic. I love his character and I found his character really compelling and interesting. Lily Rose Depp, I think, is great in this movie as the main girl. I think she gives a very just a very fantastic performance when it comes to her character feeling like sense of like darkness and just I don't know, like I can see why Noah Spirati, why Bill Skarsgård would be attracted to her. Like there's just something very just interesting and just kind of like painful and sad about a character, but in a good way, which just delivers like just a great performance, but you just really feel invested in her character. So she does a great job in this. Like she just is fantastic in this. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think he's great in this as Nicholas Olsen's character's Fenn. Like you really feel for his character, what happens to his family in this. So I thought he was great in this. Willem Dafoe, I think he's really great in this too. He's just a really fun character, and I think he does a fantastic job delivering a very entertaining performance. And just like I said, everybody I think just across the board delivers great performances in this. Like not one person to me I felt like had a bad performance. They were all fantastic. I felt invested in all the characters. I felt all the characters were very compelling. And I love this movie. This movie has a sense of dread to it, so it does a great job of just having this suspenseful feeling, this feeling of like uneasiness, where you just feel like it's dreary, it's dreadful, and it just does it in a way where it does really come off feeling like just creepy and kind of like okay, this just has this great I don't know, it has this great horror vibe in this movie. Like it's a horror movie, but it does a great job of making you feel just kind of unsettled in this movie. when it comes to the tone, I think is great in this movie too. There's a great tone where you just really feel the darkness and just like the seriousness of the movie. So great job with the tone in this movie, I thought. But yeah, I think overall this is a great movie. I'll say outside of the look of the character in this movie, if I had to like say maybe like a nitpick is that they do explain why she didn't mean to call out to this to the Nosferatu, this evil vampire or this darkness evil monster. They do explain in the movie, but I think you could have explained it just a little bit more why Nosferatu specifically decides to come out when she calls out to him and bring him out. But again, it's like a minor thing there. It's not like a big thing that I thought was like a big negative with the movie. And I'll say probably another again a little nitpick is that there's not really any twist for turns. Like you know where the story's gonna go, you know how it's gonna end. But again, that's like a nitpick. That didn't really personally bother me because I was so invested in the story and characters that it wasn't something that really affected the quality of the movie for me. Like I said, the only major negative I had, honestly, was really with how the last two looked, the choice they went with that. But otherwise, acting great. I thought the story was great. I felt invested in the characters, story, the cinematography. I think is fantastic. It's just production design wise, it looks great. So I would definitely say, personally for me, one of my favorite movies to see, and I would definitely recommend checking out Nosferatu at the theaters. To me, it's a great vampire movie, and as someone who hasn't seen the Nosferatu movie, I think this is a I think the director does a great job of bringing like a new enough new stuff, a new version of Nosferatu while keeping what you love about the original Nosferatu movie. Even though I haven't seen the original movie, but I think he does a great job of just distracting in his like style and tone. But overall, that was great. I definitely recommend seeing Nosferatu at the theaters.